Grand Finals in an absolutely unreal situation where... Set up here, Drake has rotated over to the mid lane, the bash, like we mentioned in the crush, but Ollie gonna help his buddy out, and are they actually gonna turn this on the Yowe? Nicely done, and Drake trying desperately to finish that off, but the last auto attack from the Shadow Demon lands right before the missed call can connect. But yeah, Ollie has just been performing so well. Q, bumped back by the flame break, nicely set up, using the keys to fog him. This Rubik might be in some trouble. Palos and Yowe are dropping low though, the nice nets to keep them in place, and here comes Ollie yet again. With the missed call, just secures the troll, and now they're making the chase down onto this Bat Rider. Meanwhile though, Yowe does get a kill on Armel in that mid lane with the help of Drake, but Yowe might be the price. Bond up. All you need is one more missed coil, but Yowe, beautiful flame break to create the distance.
Slowly but surely farming up a storm, and this rotation from Yowe could be exactly that.
Come through with the Bat Rider, lasso available, but the immediate response, Aurora, they brought the members as well. Q is here, stolen Chakram, but they're pulling in 23. He's able to mock strength up. The troll is here as well, but so much burst! Just cut through that timber saw, the stolen truck, and Q, he's doing so much work! They mob into the timber and they steal his chakram at that. Double up on the cut potential, and Yowe looks like he'll just narrowly make it through. A little bit of that regen, but they chase him right through the Twin Gates. Armel doesn't want to let him go just yet, but if 20 is able to morph into the timber saw, or hell, even the Slada, it could spell big trouble. They're chasing now onto Yowe. He's shown his face in the mid lane, jump forward, crush onto him. A bit of a taste of his own medicine. Like you mentioned, maybe it's just the focus on the farm for now. They're scaling up in their own way. Levels pretty even across the board. It's really just Ollie who's struggling a little bit. Top side, they've got the touch out onto Palos, but I don't think they have the damage to threaten him just yet. It's just Jazz with the two support. And in comes Bosco with that Shiva, tagging up everybody on Aurora. But 23, he's ready to play. Comes in, tunes in Jotun. Crushed out onto the Mega Meepo, but Armel, he's shown up. It's a 1-for-1 trade right now, and it's not exactly even. Palos wants to pop that ultimate as he drops low and starts to chop out onto the poor Ember Spirit. Armel doesn't stand a chance as Q. Still trying to play around in the tree line. But once again, it's just your two supports alongside 23 and Bosco. He's still full HP. Nice jukes from Ollie to skirt away from that Chakram with the Shivas. That's going to present a way bigger problem. 23 left high and dry, but still able to waveform through, clean up Yowe.
And Sidar, he's got a little bit of single target damage as well with that Echo Saber. Meepo, the Mega Meepo, is not the saving grace that you'd like it to be.
There's a safety remnant available for Armel. He's gonna have to fly way to it, but that's where Yowe was waiting. Spots him right out, and Yowe, with that blink, will hunt him down. Aurora still are feeling confident with this timing that they've got though. Running forward, straight on the cross, netting him out, and he's all alone down here. Shivas or not, he'll go down. Cut him down to size.
They understand when their timing is, right? They understand when to hit their timing.
I don't know whether timing's gonna be hit or whether Jab's gonna get smacked. Blink in to the mix, finds the backline, but meanwhile the fight's completely scattered. Yowe tries to blink and get the morphling, but already dodging out. Palos, everything's so messy. You're getting a drag back onto Armel, but now he's the one killing you off. Q is gonna go down, no more sneaky Chakram as we clean up the backline and get the first life of the Meepo. He's committed far too deep for this Shadow Demon who has the Aghanim Scepter complete already, and Jabs is gonna go down a second time. A bit of a disconnect in terms of what Aurora were trying to accomplish there. Jabs just pulls the trigger, jumps in, but the rest of Darling, they were well and ready. Not done just yet as Ollie might get tagged up. Palos can make quick work of this poor Abaddon. No more borrowed time. Aurora not even needing a smoke, just making a beeline straight for this pit. It seems like they can do it quite in time as closing in is Jabs. Does he dare blink in? Goes on the move, brings the net out, but didn't actually commit. It'll be 23. Just waveforms into his own death! Just gets evaporated. Beautiful crush from Yowe to lock it in place. And disaster for Aurora as they need to retreat. Ollie gonna be forced to pop the borrowed time, but he's locked up. They want Armel. That'll be the bigger kill, and the disruption finds him. It's daytime vision. You're going nowhere. Even the lasso for good measure. Yowe will give his life up for it, but Palos was waiting right at the remnant. Ollie will die as well. You get the Aegis, you get 3, and you only lose your bat. So it's a very tricky situation for 23 to pilot up. It feels like if he goes in, he dies. If he doesn't, his team dies. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Like you mentioned, almost feels like you need to get a little creative with it. Start things out onto Bosco. Netting him out, but not going to connect as he's able to just walk his way out of there. Uh-oh, Yowe has got the touch of the Jazz, but that's what the dig is for. Hiding away underground. taking turns to just burrow, just playing some whack-a-mole. Darling will have to. It's a nice crush onto Morphling again, and they have the control. He needs to get out, able to pop the BKB, turn back onto Yowe, but he just gets healed up, and the Morphling doesn't stand a chance. Palos stands his ground, BKBs, delivers, and just smacks 23 down into the curb. Looking nothing compared to this puddle that Yowe is swimming in, just trampling and swimming right through you. As jabs, he Mega Meepos up, but again, the Shadow Beam is slowing down the Shiva, so much control. They'll actually buy back on 23 despite Armel. Once he gets the touch on the Palos, they'll get the first life. But the rest of the side of Darling are still standing around. You gotta watch for the Timbersaw, who ends up going down anyway. Yowe now in a little bit of a pickle. This buyback actually working out for Aurora. They pulled the trigger on the most expensive one in the game, and if they get Palos, that will be more than worth it. The desperate nets coming through. That's the lift. That's the only instant disable they have, and they'll put it to work. Finish off Palos as well. And as the dust settles, I think Aurora, they must have come out on top of that. So even if you don't commit onto him, there's nothing stopping him from just running into that prior impact zone that I mentioned, like in between the chakrams, right into the Slada and taking that force damage. Down Q out. Freebie there. Still advantages in terms of the numbers for now. Give Palos a couple of buddies to hit the tower with. Yowe actually jumping forward for the blink, but jabs. He's straight onto Yotan on the backline. Once again, the main Meepo threatened. He has to Mega up, but they're standing their ground and delivering. Jabs, he's in trouble, and he's gonna be able to just narrowly take out of there. 23 against Palos once again, but forced away from out. You're fully committing on the Meepo, and he doesn't stand a chance. Ollie, with that Aghanim, managing to actually keep him alive for now, but he's finally gonna go down as Jabs scurrying his way desperate out here. The Yowe setup is there, and they'll just crush the Meepo back down to earth. No more digging for you. Palos actually forced to pop the ultimate. 23 morphing into that Timbersaw, but now he's left high and dry. Iced to bits by that Shivas, and Armel doesn't stand a chance as well. 100 seconds without your Morphling, can't help but feel like this is gonna be the end. There's nothing stopping the troll from just laying into your buildings other than low HP. He's gonna just go back to that creep camp, use the Satanic, and Drake still coming forward with the setup. Armel forced to buy back. He feels like he has to do just about everything here, but he can't afford to commit into what might be his potential dieback. That'll be the end of the game. Yotan does go down, and the heroes on the side of Darling are low, but not Palos. Managing to get back up to full HP thanks to that Satanic, and he'll continue the beat down onto this Rex. Maybe not the game ender just yet, but at the very minimum 2 sets.
They go for T4s, they might. They might.
Well, you gotta watch yourself. The Hex out, the control, it's there. Can't really connect with the axes from Palos though. Kind of similar situation for the Timber, right? The EHP is insane, and now that additional bit of control with the Hex. Jabs has one as well, but oh, Yowe. Look at where he's positioned. They jump up onto Jazz, but have they sort of caught an off angle here? It's 2 heroes on the side of Darling in the midst of everyone on Aurora, but who's sandwiching who? Yowe will just turn around, start controlling Armel up. Jazz scatter. 23 trying to enter the fight. Look at the target focus. It's onto Drake, but he's forced to BKB. 23, he's dropping so low. You want to get out of here, but still need to do the damage. He's going to full commit, but Yowe turns his sights towards 23, and he's already lost Drake on the backside. Decent start to the fight, but Ollie down as well. Both safe supports for both sides. Going down is 23. Desperately has to waveform away the entire side of Darling. Just looking at him as Jabs able to clean up, but you're losing your Morphling again. I mean, Jab stays alive for a crazy amount of time, but 23, he really feels like the only one who can put a stop to them, and he's the one getting stamped down to earth.
Roshan is up. If Darling wanted to turn tail and go back to the Roshan, but pretty free once again to just kind of hit these rackets once again.
Jab's gonna try and commit in, force the buyback from Ollie, but the Meepo already going down. 95 seconds without Jab, and suddenly this might actually be it this time. Q, he's gonna try his best. Delay them with the Chakram as well as the lifts, but one crush from Yowe could just be falling flat. Only member missing is Drake, and they don't even need him to just melt that Rubik down straight onto the tier 4s. Yeah, I think they've done it. On Aurora, I just don't really have an answer. They looks like
right now you can't.
Darling, have they just done it in this game number 1 here? Ollie trying to buy as much time as possible, but as we know with the Abaddon, it's nothing but borrow. It's a nice hex to control, but Armel, not much else he can do. He flies away to the opposite side of the map, doesn't even want to witness its own ancient falling. It's too painful to bear as Palos, Cuckoo, and the gang, they'll take away game number 1 in what was the closest game we've seen in a very, very long while for Aurora. Oh, they go back for the Armel sniper. This is a favorite of his. brings it out at every chance that he can get. Yowe once again getting aggressive. Nice setup from the dual lane, and Yowe looking to go down with that Akan shot bouncing around. It's more than enough damage. Q and Jabs get it done.
Mage Slayer Sniper. I'm not too surprised.
Onto Ollie. Wouldn't mind dying for his carry, but that's only if 23 can get out of here. They'll still commit into this area. They know he doesn't want to lose out on the EXP, but level 6 on Meepo starting to commit in. Oh, here comes Palos as well. This is the gank that we're talking about through the 3Ks. He needs to bring the full squad to save this poor Luna. Hook damage gonna come through, but Ollie holding his ground again and saving his cause.
Gold comes second for Puck, I think.
Well, I mean, speaking of the abilities, throwing some out now, trying to come in with the jabs. Palos still positioned around this area. Looks like they were just set up for Ollie. It's a nice arena and a lot of damage onto this poor little Meepo who just gets melted down. Meanwhile, borrowed time comes up. And there's nothing else to be found here. Want to get things going. They'd love to find 23, and they're right on path to spot him out. Easy kill here. Not much to be done. Finger of death as 23 turns around, actually doing quite a meaningful bit of damage to the Lion. To start making a move. Even without it though, they want to set out the boss who finally trying to address the Timbersaw. Where's the bushwhack? Not in time. Hugh waited out a bit too long and ends up missing that opportunity. A little bit of a slip up. Meanwhile, mid lane with the help of Ollie, 23 will stay alive to that aggressive move. They actually committed both the finger as well as the coil here. 23, more than enough stats. The strain of the Meepo though, Palos in some trouble. Armel doing quite a significant amount of damage, but Jabs just smacks them down with a rebuke. Q able to answer right back, but with the Lotus and the Shivas, I don't think there's enough damage in the tank to deal with them. Ollie, use that borrowed time in the mid lane to help out 23. It's just been so annoying, dancing around them, playing with things. There's no direct control. Eclipse forced out from 23 on the front lines as Bosco and Drake just fully retreat. Yowe's been able to snipe out Ollie. Just being so annoying. Somewhere, somehow, the snipers died. We must have missed it along the way. Around them, fully free, sniping people off on the backline, and there's nothing much that Armel and the gang can do about it. They start dream calling up onto him as well. Immediately, Ollie's there to try for the save, but they don't really coordinate the break in time. They've just killed off Drake though. Taking out that Lion, there aren't going to be any additional disables as the entire side of Aurora comes through. Nice arena from Jabs just to catch him with the sharpshooter break as well. Well, reactive armor isn't going to do a thing.
Accumulate net worth on all of your cores. Wait until that second Aegis and then push the high ground.
Cuckoo is set up. Nice God's Rebuke to stop that Timber Chain from coming out. And with the sharpshooter, this core Timbersaw is dead. Atos just for good measure, and Jabs is on a monster kill streak. Always being very aware of their timing. Got a bit derailed in that game number 1 and might be derailed here if Drake is able to blink in the middle of them and get the mana drain, but no! Jabs just completely obliterates him. You call on the backline, but you can't find a thing. Palos, he's trying to commit, but 23 still has that second life, just baiting away. There's Jabs again. Another arena finding Yowe, eating the Hex to the face though, and another little stun. Drake, he's brought back into this fight, and they've taken down Jabs. The godlike streak over. Yowe coming in a little bit too late with that lasso as Ollie. Another beautiful aphotic shield puts a stop to it. Drake, he's just lining these up over and over. It'll connect onto a kill, not only on the Luna's first life, but the Abaddon as well. Without their supporting cast, can they still stand? The sniper has gone down, and it looks like Darleng, they're able to defend. The shot from the Luna, they need to watch that damage though. It's cutting through the last Meepo of the Palos. You just need to finish him off. One Lucent Beam is all it takes. Q trying to find that Akan, but gets smacked down by Yowe. Now they can just dance around 23 and kite him to absolute death. Lucent Beam doesn't work when he's magic immune. The nets, they're just playing around with this sad Luna. No more allies to work with. The blink up to the high ground, Yowe. Oh no, he's gonna get sliced apart. Palos. Oh, getting the Palos too. Okay, no way. No way. No, so close. So close. Game where Ollie's like working overtime just to try and keep his Aurora cost alive. Putting him in such a rough spot, but he's more than delivered. Armel again in this mid lane. You can't afford for the sniper to go down, but so much burst. And Jabs, he'll come through, blink away. Can't get the chase. Beautiful net, forcing the arena out. They actually buy back onto Armel. They know they need to take this fight, but Ollie does that to borrow time. He used that for the Tormentor, and now Q, he's in a little bit of trouble. Has to use the sharpshooter to try and run through the tree line. Ollie will give him a straight passing missed coil there as Drake standing strong. 23. He needs to deliver big time in this fight. Armel still being able to escape, turns around, gets the snipe down onto the top, and it looks like Darleng, they've overcommitted for this move. The buyback from Armel pays off big time. They're able to kill Bosco as well. still see him. That Shiva's the Akon maintaining the vision, the assassinate. TP not in time. Armel with a triple. Again.
And connects. Armel is not here.
Dude, Armel is playing so far back. You kind of have to. Wait, coming forward, the instant stun! They evaporate him and he doesn't stand a chance. 23 is just gonna stand his ground as Palos tries to lane to the Luna. But this is where you're the most dangerous. How dare you step into my territory? The walls of the arena sentence you to your death. As Aurora obliterate their opponents here, he'll make a Meepo out with Palos. He has to disperse and run. Where's the chase down? Jams is right there to meet him and won't let Palos go unscathed. Bosco desperately trying to do whatever he can. But this game, this fight, Armel and 23 are untouched. And they obliterate their opponents there. Yowe desperately trying to jot away, but you know Jams is hungry. He'll be looking for a spear. Juked out. In comes Yowe though. Giving his team some vision, but just some nice off plays coming around again. Here comes Bosco. Uh-oh, things are gonna start to get hairy. 23, holding, standing his ground, and he needs to grab that Aegis Force, pop the BKB, and he'll be able to snatch it. The mark straight onto Drake again, and Armel evaporates in Palos. He's turned into this Mega Meepo, but there's nowhere to go. Held up by the Gleipnir from Q, and you're trying to burrow, trying to dig out of here. Bosco comes in to just distract them. Hello, look at me, I'm a streamer, they don't care. They'll just shoot you down. Lucent Beam melts that Timber Sword down to size. The last touches Armel with a double jabs, lines them all up. Yeah, the early Atos just really tripping the side down up as well. Now they are in a troublesome position. It might not all be Drake, but it's a pickle for sure. Forced to use up. Setup is still there. Sharks are holding in place with the move. Is Kuku just gonna die? 23, it's a nice little meta to try and dodge that Earth Spike. But right now, Q's the one in trouble. They finish off Abaddon and the supporting cast of Aurora goes down. Buyback onto Kuku. Do you still want to take this fight? Armel, forced to pop the BKB, still dismantled by the physical. 23 is standing his ground, gonna lose that first life as Palos and Kuku. Off of that Timbersaw buyback. They might be in trouble now, but that's the fix. The big bad Luna will just TP out of here and escape. Perhaps has to TP, but actually uses his man on the field. That might have been a mistake. Try now. The lingering duration will get him out of there. The case whereby Armel just gets destroyed right next to Luna, you don't really have that same problem. Aurora still feels strong though. The setup is there and beautiful Hex. That's the reveal from Jabs. He's gonna get an easy pick off onto Drake again.
And the racks, they're just gonna melt.
Yeah, they don't.
And Luna just doing Luna things.
Again, Bosco can do nothing but present himself as a juicy target, but there's something juicy on 23. He's not gonna get distracted. Has a habit of committing for kills where he doesn't really have to. Hopefully that's not the case. And oh, Palos jumps the backline again. It's found on Mel, forcing the BKB out. But that's what all he's there for. Keeping Sniper safe again. And it's a beautiful hoodwing bushwhack that just grabs all the meeples to that tree. Bayonet them all to death. One little assassinate as well. Yowe trying his best with a beautiful coil. Jotun looking for an opening, but he runs straight into 23. That's not the target that he wants. Forced to just blink away, but Jabs has found him and Jabs has him killed. Dude,
right,
Aurora.
That can protect your heroes.
They want to end the game right now. They've even bought back on Ollie. Bosco coming in, trying to catch them off guard with the Blade Mail, and it might just have done the trick. 23, he's dropping low and ends up going down. Not really expecting that, but Aurora, they pull the trigger on the buybacks. This could create a very big opening if Darling unable to respond. It's a 5v2 situation. 30 seconds without Palos. They want to secure the Mega Creeps. And nothing will stop them from doing so. Yowe will try. You choose to try and end the game. Looks like it. Aurora, they want to push this to a game number 3. They want to even the score. And it looks like they'll be able to do so. One glyph available for the side of Darling. They'll be forced to pop it. Oh, the instant hex. Yowe, he just gets melted. 95 seconds without your power, and even with the Meepo coming out, I don't know whether you stand a chance because of Avernus allowing this Luna to just go completely brazy mode. And this Ancient is down 1-1 when the best of 3 crash. We are getting ever closer to finding out which one of these two teams, Aurora or Darling, will take the one slot available for Southeast Asia, if that's what he's choosing to go for. But I'd love to see a rotation down to the bot side from Drake as Jotun looks to be going down again. This is going to be the second time Jotun's giving over first blood. Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
23. To the Twin Gates come Jotun. That's the setup that we're waiting for. Ollie, once again, he's always there. Q is going to punish him. Jotun's just going to go down. Well, Mars 30-12 immediately upon hitting level 6. There comes Yowe. Right, his Q to back him up right there with the stun and the spear, but Jotun from out of Where did he come from? Comes around with the Firefly. It's a nice trajectory for the bat, but Yowe runs out of mana. Armel is here to respond. You trade 1 for 1 for now, but it's gonna be a 2 for... So just chase down this bat with the traps. Firefly runs out, and so does his life. Armel, easy pickup for him.
Not by much though. It's not astronomically different, right? Just a little bit.
Flamebreak actually ending up bumping Armel closer to Yowe, so the stun's gonna connect and try to make his way to the high ground. Nice Stampede to fish him out of there. Spirit setting up an Ollie in the mid lane. Yowe wants to grab this kill before the rotations come through, and looks like he'll be able to do so last part, but he's out of mana. Can't zip away SQ with the control. He needs some help. Flamebreak will buy him some time, but not enough. Mana drained to oblivion there. 8-minute rune will be denied, but Armel, I don't think he'll be too sad about that unless he dies. The chrono, we were talking about it, it's prepared. Mythod locks up Q as well. With 3 heroes hitting into him, it should be enough. The 23 has shown up to play. Laguna, it's online, but he doesn't have the mana, and you can't continue auto-attacking paddles like that. You need to back up.
Right, you want to use it as soon as it's off cooldown. And level 6 is enemy that's not going to be on cooldown.
Yes. Gone on here, Yowe on that respawn. That's where the storm is most dangerous. And they'll work down the mask. Bosku will be eyeing up that Veil. No surprises there. You don't really want to kind of stack your own game with an early Blink Dagger, especially when you're already at position with Yowe. Spear up.
It's rare to no, hold that thought actually.
Ollie, punish Ollie for staying up here. Yoko's come through, Twin Gates again. It's a beautiful arena stampede, but you're going nowhere. We've talked about this. You lose the Abaddon, you're finally focusing down, but it's a triple kill for 23. Forced to try and win these moves happen. Chrono available, but setting up a paddle. Time for arena available, and the spear, it connects. Where's the rest of the follow-up though? Q trying to close the distance. Beautiful flame break. Stun is still gonna find the Faceless Void, and despite the Stampede, it's just enough. They can't slow him down, and they'll settle for the tier 1 instead. No!
That middle tower.
Yeah, that's some Aether Lens bullshit right there, right? Like, you expect that if he has an Aether.
Yeah, what the heck? They'll try and answer back with the 23 kill. Can they burst him down in time? It looks to be the case. No, Ollie again and again. The bonus will explode, and Proximity Mines doing their work. But a semi-ravage landed by Q. They've already taken out Techies and Yowe as well. Bosku trying to TP out up against the overwhelming damage from Armel. Will cut down the Centaur.
They are ready to keep on going. Q even has a Blink Dagger himself.
What a storm boss and who set up on. Onto Q is quite a bit of damage. We're able to find the connection, and now they're onto Armel as well. But Q is such a tanky boy, especially if Ollie back him up. The rest of the side of Darling are filtering in, and another beautiful chrono. This is what we needed, but Jack on the other side of the fight, holding down Palos, and in comes the Laguna. The Faceless doesn't stand a chance, but he's traded up for Armel. Anything even goes in your favor, but it might not look so even after all. The spear out again, Jab finding them over and over again. He's been so on point with this that you even see Palos pinging a high ground where there's no vision. Kinda crazy. Every single time, right on point of the TPs, right on point of the saves. The sequencing is in order as well. Pick up on him even in lieu of the Solar Crest. Looks like the walls of the arena do go up. They found Yowe and silence him up. This is trouble, even with the flame break, the traps. That's them coming into play.
No Blink Dagger yet, and really nothing that he's done this game has been too incredible.
So we found here, nice LSA to catch him. In spite of that hook stomp. Big trouble. Yoken will come through, and when he goes off the kill off boss, they found Yowe in the mid lane. It's another setup and another kill. Jabs hasn't had a single issue finding these takeoffs. And would you look at that? Another free Bat Rider. This will be his 8th deathlock game. And of course it goes the way of Armel with that.
Aurora, they are a specialist at closing out games against Darling. That's essentially what they're going to be doing here. Roshan's going to be spawning in 35 seconds.
Mid lane, Chrono finding this 23 Savage Lina all alone. The save can't come in time. Ollie's the last one to TP, and that might spell disaster. They're collapsing onto Armel. Darling, they're finding the opening finally, but Jets here with Arena, it's into a bunch of BKBs though. A nice dodge review as well as the Lion Sun trying to keep Aurora in this fight, but they're dropping really low, and Ollie can't offer up anything else. Armel looking to go down one last little shield. Bosku trying to close the distance. One last auto attack, but can't find him. Under the invisibility, Armel will blink away, and somehow, someway, thanks to Ollie yet again, Armel lives. Bosku, he has the turntail and run right now. Speared away, it's not gonna connect. A rare miss from Jabs, but Q, he's on the case, looking for an angle. Drake, he'll come in, interrupted by the rebuke. Perfectly played from this Mars to turn that fight around. It takes them through, maybe just laughing at each other a little bit, as Armel stands through it all.
They know exactly what they're doing, exactly where to TP, where to position, when to TP. Maybe not in the right order, but they still get the job done, right? They still win the fight.
Time for your every 1.5 minute Jotun death.
Yep.
He's on track. I mean, oh no, Arena in the mid lane. And he follow-up stun. Not in time for Yowe to pop the BKB, and now he's on the queue. Palos straight onto this poor lion as well, and he's gonna go down, but the fight is already broken out. Another beautiful chrono, but Ollie, he's outside of it, able to help out with the shield and the miscoil, but it's not gonna be enough to keep Jabs alive. Oh, Jotun coming through the buyback. They've got the Armel, and he's dead. The last one standing is 23 with that BKB, but Darling, they found the opening that they need. A bit of overzealousness from Jabs, jumping up to the high ground to set up the Yowe, but the BKB from the Storm pays dividends here as they'll kill 23 the once. Looking at the second life without a BKB, this should be easy picking. It really just remains to be seen whether he's able to kill Drake as well, but no such luck as Ollie will just get worked down. It'll take some time. We'll have to return that one. You know Palos is feeling good when the voice lines start coming out, and 5-man team wipe for Darling. I mean, this game is kind of paying off because he's able to be that frontliner. It's just a matter of what we talked about in the draft, where the Arena inherently just deals with it so well. The Stampede comes out right in time. They don't want to commit onto this high ground without any additional vision. Oh, Yowe is jumping in straight onto Armel. The Arena, Jabs was waiting for him on the high ground, and now the Storm's in trouble. Forced to pop the BKB and Kill get out of there. To converge, perhaps will give them the info that they might be seeing right now. Straight on, Chrono in the bot side, Palos, he's found the TA, and looking at 23, the Lina, she can't do well when you're all over her. Jets definitely trying to come in, that's what the Stampede is for, closing the distance, and 23 doesn't stand a chance despite all these best efforts. Darling, they're finding these openings on the back of these beautiful just grabs from Palos and gang. And just like that, they wipe fall again. Jabs, he's held them back with the wall, but they are not gonna stop this chase.
Looking at a time where Lina, who has been very prevalent, I feel like, in the meta right now all of a sudden, might be a disadvantage.
Forward, they found Armel again. Left high and dry, the lingering vision from their previous engagement. I feel like Darling, they're finding these crazy openings, and it's really refreshing to see because they're not just going to keel over, they're going to put up a fight. Now on their high ground, a lot of stun coming out, Janet to the setup. Oh, Palos, he's dropping a little low, needs to watch himself stun up. They're pulling everything out of the bag to try and keep him alive on his first life. Jet forced to commit the BKB, but it's run out. The Mars is dead, has a buyback, but without your Arena, what can you do? Borrow time pop by Yowe in as well. Dancing and jiving here on Darling. They're doing a great job baiting out the cooldowns and the key items from the side of Aurora. Now pressing onto the high ground, quick fingers on the BKB from 23 and the buyback from the Mars. Looks like Kuku's got a bit too deep, still has the BKB though, and he should be able to walk this one off. Jets again in a lot of trouble. It might just be a dieback for this poor little Mars, and that's what will happen. Palos finds the chrono on Armel and smacks him down the sides. They've just brought it to a game number 3, feels like. No buyback on your TA and Mars, and 23 will drop to the deck. The last person standing is Ollie. How fitting is Palos. Cleans it up with a rampage. GGG's is called. That's the little bit of money that'll be going to his bank after that insane performance. Deserves a bonus after that one for sure. What a game from Darling. There might not be much left of a series. Darling are one game away from being in Dreamleague Season 22.
Right, it's just going to be extremely hard if you fall behind on the bench.
Yeah. Oh, Jotun getting run down. Jabs picking them up. Well, they're still trying to get the touches out onto Palos, but able to get the return kill. Overall, pretty good for this Troll Warlock. Up against the supposed game counter. Uh-oh, Kuku in the bot side. You can't fight up against this Luna with her aura, and they'll just punch down Drake. The parking stun. The Rubik will at least get that EXP and gold. Okay, 23 is just going to give himself up.
I'm going on Jotun here. Should be a nice and easy kill.
Now being squared up upon, but he
even like those pseudo tanky heroes like Enchantress.
Palos on this top side, threatened yet again. Should be an easy one, but the evasion Not sure how that happened, but he's able to get away scot-free. Ollie with the setup onto Bosco behind the tower. And Armel was very, very sneaky with that TP out to the bot side. Stayed out of vision, and now right over Cuckoo's head.
It is not where you want to be, and Venge, like we've said, does not have the inherent farming capabilities that a lot of other offlaners may have.
Yeah, onto Yoten again, but Jax, he's dropping low. Nice snowball to try and break up the fight, but they haven't decided on the target. They will finish off the troll. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Yoten. He's so low, but Q cannot actually connect. Look at this Venomancer just being so obnoxious.
They can kill me now. Time to back up. I've done my job.
Lost his progression onto him yet again. Nice stun from the tree line. Catches out this Venge. Turn around with a magic missile of his own though, and Yoten's coming through with a beautiful two-man little Gale there. They traded off for Ollie for now. Armel's here to play as well. Rolling Thunder available as Yowe running a little bit out of resources. Would love to clean up Q, but a beautiful deny from Jabs. It's gonna be Q. By nature, a bit more of a small player. Oh, the swap back. They found 23, but where is the follow-up? Oh, stolen Lucent Beam. That is troublesome. Drake, he's gonna be able to put out a lot of damage, but not before Cuckoo takes the tumble. The roll-up, the continued setup onto Yowe, but without any additional control. They choose to back up and settle for Yoten instead. It's a nice shot to lock them in place. Q, he's doing so well in this task this game. But still going forward, looking for the punch onto Drake. Tree line and lands that connection. Want to eliminate the possibility of this extended Lucent being on Drake. It's a lot of damage back the other way thanks to that slide. They finally finish off the Rubik, but it's gonna come at the cost of both the Tusk and the Pango. They reach a bit too far in. I dare say, who cares?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Maybe Cuckoo. Oh my goodness. He saw December in. Oh my god!
I guess with the even Jitsu.
Not that he'll become universal, but just become this huge target that's able to output a significant amount of damage. Armel has found Cuckoo again. No Ember Spirit nearby to swap this time. He'll just have to dive. Thunder. BKB right in time. Ollie there, the Hex, and oh, the finger. They found your way again, and they'll make the work onto Drake as well. Armel, he'd love to find another, and he knows how slow Yoten is, but he doesn't care. He'll just settle for the tower. Knocking on your tier 2s with this Aegis timing, and the rest of Aurora, they are hunting. Oh no, they see Bosco, the blink up punch! They found him! Poor little Cuckoo, where you going? Those wings don't work like they used to before. Jabs even wanted to get that kill. You can still fish them right in, like you mentioned. Luna doesn't like to be collapsed upon. Rolling Thunder coming in, so this tree line might just force the BKB pot from Palos. That's a swap. Bosco getting his troll out of there, and at the very least, they'll clean up Yoten. That's a good start. Meanwhile, the troll forced to run away from Jabs, who just has him static linked up. They trade out Ollie on the backlines. Yowe able to get that kill and get back out to safety, hopefully. Still running away. Remnant available. Should be zipping out in an instant. What is this? Punched up. Oh, mana to work with. Actually, doesn't go to his initial Remnant. Sticks around and will pay the price for it. Not really the move that he wanted as Aurora. I mean, maybe they're thinking no Rolling Thunder, no Eclipse. Might be possible, but it seems like Aurora are privy to this. They go up to the high ground, pop the Lunar Glaives, and just rip the opposition to shreds. Jabs leads the charge, calls his team in for action. Big Daddy comes home. You're like, oh my god, he's home. Fear him. Boring Uncle P comes over. You're like, can we get out of here already? His food isn't even good. Trying the best to slow this down, but they're just gonna do the job. What do you do? Right. Pop the man up to high ground. Just walk out of there. All you're killing is a lion in these engagements. I don't think it's good enough now. Yoten, he's gonna get found again. Poor Pemenang doesn't stand a chance. Get ripped apart by the Walrus punch. Yowe will get out, but let this team high value with your Palo. He's gonna start getting static linked up. You might have the BKB, but where can he go? Fine, TP out. The kick just disrupts that, but that's gonna allow him to create the distance. Ollie has already worked out big. He's taking quite a bit of damage from Yowe. Sliced him down, but again and again, all you find is the lion. And Yowe desperately has the TP out. They aren't able to find him. Wow, oh, what is this? Q! TP's in, he no Palos in the area and doesn't have a TP. The chase is on, and look who's TPing in. 23 on the cliff! Onto the high ground, are you kidding me? Just, you know, kill ball save, or maybe just get Jabs to run in and whip them. Oh, just an easy control. He's gone, 75 seconds. Palos literally just kicked out of his own home. you can't do anything about that. Now Jolton, a nice little bodyguard for him in the laning stage, just goes down as well. The shot's just to stop Armel from diving any further. Like, so ahead right now, 26k gold lead. That's crazy. It looks like we're going, I want to say we're going to game 5, but you never know with this lineup. Darleng, they'll just get Drick kicked right back in and he doesn't stand a chance. No buyback for that Rubik. Jolton will be coming out in 1 second, 20 more seconds for Palos. Dude, Jabs, chill out. Force pop the BKB now. In a little bit of trouble. Even has a satanic, but they baited in Yowe, and that is what they were waiting for. Oh, 23 just popped that BKB. Oh, the Glaive's almost finished. Bosco, you gotta watch yourself.
They're going to.
He just dies. That's an interesting boy's life. They are having a good time. You can kind of tell from the play already, though. Bosco coming back into the mix. Jabs will lead the charge. Another kick out. Swapping through. This bench is dead. Illusion doesn't stand quite a chance as well. Just jumping forward, Armel with the roll. They've already disintegrated poor Bosco. There's the buyback. Solar rolling thunder, quick fingers on Drake will allow him to just shoot his way out of here. Again and again, just being so good with space disruption. Oh! Yeah. Q will just come out, punch Drake away, but they don't care about that poor Rubik. They're on the front lines. Jabs might have to start thinking about backing up, but oh, a beautiful stun. Ollie sets it up, knocks them both out. And godlike for 23 as he just stands with his glaives all around him. They don't stand a chance. And looks like Crash will be going to game 5 after being close with 2-0 for this entire qualifiers. Yowe trying desperately to cut the creep wave. You might be able to cut down the Lion, but again and again, that is all that you get. And Ollie, he'll be laughing his way to the bank of that one. The disconnect from Yowe. Toxic in the all chat. I mean, I'm sure he's just playing around. I'm not. Oh, okay. Real disconnect this time. They call GG.
Yeah, it's just the auto disconnect. Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Game 5. The curse has been broken.
In game 5 of the grand finals, Crash and Sneeze here bring you the action. I mean, yeah, the Drick is just
not the hero though.
No, not the hero. The Drick guy who's doing this almost like a routine. Palos pump faking that LSA will be able to tag out onto Q. With the Crypt Swarm, nice fairy fire. They get the kill first. Goes over to Jabs, trading out as he's just gonna be able to start to walk down Palos. Speaking of dealing, we talked about the Broodmother not ganking. Here is Yowe slowing him down and starting to dive. Ollie here to save the day again with the attack slows, and they're punching onto this poor Broodmother, getting slowed up. The magic damage over time, it's not going to be enough. The last bit of Fire Spirits desperately trying to retreat into the tree line, but they have eyes on this Broodmother. And she will go down, not the rotation that you wanted. And Armel is here as well. One net, it's all it's going to take, but they have a shot just to couple in. The tag teams with the Meepo starting to beat into poor little boss Cuckoo. And Ollie will burn him down. Double kill for this Phoenix. And not really the start that Darleng were looking for. Meanwhile, bot side, Palos, he's getting threatened by Jabs, but a bit too aggressive on this Death Prophet, it seems like. Doesn't have another Crypt Swarm for half a second. I guess they're just kind of lacking in the damage department. That's why I was saying, you know, Jolton, maybe he needs to sort of pop by. But we saw what happens if he wasn't there to save Palos. Be in a lot of trouble now, utilizing that level 6. Great stuff. The setup onto poor Jabs, and the DP will go down. Who are a bit unclear. There's a very popular guidebook. On page number 1, it says you need to try and force the opponent carry out of lane with Crypt Swarm. But speaking of being forced out of lane, Bosco is just dead. But here comes the full squad of Darleng. They want to punish. Jumping forward onto the real hero, Drake. He's going to be looking for a stun, but already in the true form. Ollie here again with the Sunray. Beautiful Savage Roar to hold them back. And uh-oh, the roots. This is not what Yowe wanted on this Broodmother. Dive forward as well. And the last little bit of a snowball, you can't even web up to the high ground. And Armel a bit late to the party, but he wants to play. All he needs is a net. Toss it back. Slightly gonna go wide. A little bit awkward now as, what, 4 heroes start filtering here. But it's a perfect shot. The rest of Darleng, they don't want to let this go lightly though. A beautiful LSA holding Armel in place. He needs to poof out and he'll be just fine. The Spirit Bread might be the next target. Looks like they'll be able to just kind of get out of there pretty scot-free. Another magic missile available, but the rest of the team kind of got blocked up on that cliff. He hasn't even seen the tier 1 Radiant Tower in a hot minute.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a creep in a hot minute.
Set up in the mid lane. Armel in some trouble again. Nice toss back and a much needed kill. They might just continue onto Jabs as well, but not wanting to overcommit. Yeah, the crazy thing is we haven't seen anything like an egg or like a properly committed EXO other than that jump. Oh, Armel, he's just straight into that Lina, but that's what the swap is there for. Beautiful stuff from Drake to fish Palos out of trouble. The turnaround Gleipnir, they have the touch on the jabs. Even in the face of that Laguna Blade, he's fine thanks to Ollie, who's there with the Sunray. So much healing, even preserve their ages on the Lina, but this Tormentor timing, this smoke, it's perfect. Armel, he's found them straight onto that poor bench, and Palos loses his first life. Bosku desperately trying to finish off the Tormentor, but he doesn't have the damage. He's gonna lose it as well as his carry. Ollie gets the shot, and that is going to amplify the Sunray damage by such a country mile. We've seen Aurora sort of toss away their advantage in this area before. Straight onto Palos, they see him. Shivas with the slow. Where's the rest of the squad? They can't get here in time. The Marcy's gonna come through just to watch her Lina drop to the floor, and oh, unfortunate.
Right, I'm pretty sure every single shards have connected except for that one.
Still have yet to see this Broodmother get much done on the map. We'll try and pressure things out here. Actually pop the BKB. Even just kind of play a little bit with Armel, and that's gonna prove to be a mistake. Yowe stranded himself here, and Q will gladly warrior punch him to death. Oh, jabs being so annoying there. The pump fake, those little arms came out, baiting out that glyph, and immediately the swap back. You might just get the touch on the lone druid. He's falling low, and Palos, he's able to finish off 23 Savage, but it comes at the cost of both your bench and Marcy. Buyback is available, and it almost feels like Aurora, they want to commit because this EXO's been popped. Q coming through with the roll immediately. The buyback's on the spot, but can they make it here in time? Burning away because of that Sunray. The shard, it's gonna do so much work as Q narrowly dies there. The Marcy able to finish him off. It's a dieback. Bosku in some trouble as well as Mega Meepo standing his ground and standing tall at that. You use up Yowe, but there isn't any follow-up. This is falling apart here for Darling.
That's about it.
And that's not really a very convincing situation. You'll silence up Armel now, but it's just you. Jabs will just turn around and kill your Venge, and Drake is died back.
We haven't seen a lead like this in a hot minute.
Dude, it's not really, and if this is just how things end here, it will be unceremonious, especially if Palos just being kicked back, forced to just BKB, finally connecting on the swap, but Drake has to sacrifice his life once again. No buyback for another 2 minutes. Like juicy prizes at an arcade stall.
You can't show on Lina.
You can't. He's just gonna come in, do it again. Q, he's found Palos, and Palos goes down. 60 seconds without him and no buyback, but they will do a lot of damage. Immediate buyback on the Tusto, but Bosku and Yowe, they have no chance. The connection might be there, but it's not enough to defeat Aurora. They'll just stand their ground, everyone's full HP. You just buyback on Q, and Yowe, he's just gonna get swatted down like the bug that he is. And 23, some tips coming out to his former captain. Congrats. They're just smiling. I mean, they've come really close, and we always keep talking about how at some point it might not have been a joke anymore. It might not have settles Aurora. They make them work.